Yo, Black Van Man here again. Speaker's corner. Where am I? I'm on my own. I haven't got my technician with me. Pissed me off quite basically. Family always have arguments. Fuck them. All good. Gonna get around, get a gist of the place, see what's going on. Big love, big respect. I wasn't gonna waste a day, so we're gonna see what's going on. Blessings. See if we can get some interesting conversation going on. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Haven't been about for a week. Big love, Simon. Haven't been about for a week, but I'm back about again. I'm gonna put in extra work, extra dedication. Please do not send any money whatsoever. Thank you very much. Just tell a friend, share, subscribe, like. Make sure you tell a friend. Tommy, big up. Big up Simon, big up Tracy. I'm gonna switch it round and we're going on. Lee, you done know I can see everything. See what's going on. Yes, Emma, big up. I'm going straight in there. I'm gonna ask the questions that you lot want me to ask. Big man like Ali, what's going on? You right? I'll be back to ask you a few questions. Done know, thank you very much. I'm safe, nice one, Michelle. Caroline, big up. This man here, he's here week in, week out. Big up, Tracy. I'm gonna move on. Looks quite busy over here. Oh, what's going on? Thank you, Englishman. No religion, truth. I deal with truth. It's getting a bit more mixed now. It's not just Muslims. I've noticed that the demographics are starting to change, which is really nice. Someone wanted to interview me. I'm going to go over and see what they're saying. Ban religion. Seems like it's here to divide the people. Thank you, Ethel. Let's have a look, see what's going on. Get into this debate. Mr. Rax, you right?
Black Van Man channel. Go ahead, let me hear one. Black Van عندنا في سبيكر كورنا احنا هنا Black Man اتشنا اسحلينا احنا جينا معرك تي في عندنا Black Van Man
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Tell me what's going on. What are you here representing?
I'm from Egypt. You see my videos, sometimes dance, sometimes sing, sometimes do my Islam. I'm not qualified.
No. I'm not going to ask you about your religion. I'm going to ask you about you. As a person, you seem like you're very happy. You're a happy person?
Yeah, I'm living like I'm living in Egypt. If you go to Egypt, that's what people will welcome me, the same singing, the same dance.
Yeah. Big up Egypt. Are you Christian, Muslim? Muslim as well? Some people say you're not allowed to dance and sing in there. Is that it's haram to dance and sing? So what you were doing then, would that be considered as haram? Yeah.
In Egypt, it's something from our culture.
Yeah.
We grow up, we know everything our moon, the fairy funniness. So we use and sometimes
it's haram. So you really shouldn't be dancing and singing. I thought it was really nice, personally. I liked it.
Yeah, I love dancing.
Do you feel like there's a conflict between your religion and how you feel inside?
No, because also religion said if this dance and this music takes you from this world like
to a good place.
No,
Or if it takes you to a bad place.
yeah, it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So not just that one word.
It is around. But if you listen, if you make people happy, I don't think it's around. And this is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Just to show people why make them happy, make everyone smile.
I hope you lot can hear this, man. Okay, thank you very. What's your name? Walid. Thank you for the song. I really appreciate the song, and more blessings to you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hi. You're right, mate. He was Muslim, you lot. He was Muslim, and he was singing and dancing. And he said it makes him feel. I didn't get the microphone because the technician is gone. So I am here holding the microphone myself. Let me know if you can hear me, and I'll try and make it as best for you as possible. Thank you very much.
I know you. I know of you. I've seen you a few times.
Let's get around, see if I can get into somebody's conversation. Sound and visuals great. Thank you, people. I really appreciate it. Nice one.
To make it easy for us. Yes? For example, I'll tell you why. For example, in your case, you're not allowed to
Let's move on slowly. Let me know if you want me to go back to anyone. Okay, don't worry. I'll make sure I'll get closer. He wasn't saying anything too interesting anyway, to be honest with you. What I'll do, I'll hold the microphone the other way so you can see me and hear them at the same time, hopefully. I'm looking for Raj. I can't find him anywhere. He's meant to be about. Hello, man. Black Van Man. You heard of it? No? You haven't heard of Black Van Man? I've seen you on Speaker's Corner a few times. Is that a wig? Come talk to me when you're ready. There are not any white people here. You alright? Modine, innit? That's his name, Modine. Lot of old Bill about here today. Somebody wanted to talk to me about Black Power or something like that. I'm quite interested to find that guy. Yes, how you doing, bro? Respect. How you doing? You right? Yeah, good to see you, man. Everything. Yeah, doing my live thing, man. Yeah, you know, Black Van Man. Black Van Man. Yeah, you know, innit? Yeah. What was we doing? Was we talking? Let me get it this way so you can hear. One sec. Can you hear us?
I want you to walk over here. Do you want me to? I beg you walk over.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Someone wants to talk to me. This guy's masked up.
Oh my God.
This guy is ready, masked up, ready to talk to me about, I think it's about Black Power. I'm going to go and do an interview with content over everything. Hopefully you lot can hear me as well. There's only one threat, and that's Islam. Okay, I'm willing to put that message out. A lot of people ain't willing to say what they feel. I'm safe, man, don't worry. Love, blessings and love. I'm gonna have to do a budget version for this interview, but bear with me, we're gonna get better, man. Gonna do an interview with content over everything. And this young man here, what's your name? More stuff and everything.
East of the Black Tillet, what's happening? Big up to the people there. Big up to the brother. Inshallah, we're going to get a good conversation going. I want to know his understanding on many of the topics he's been talking on.
Have you been watching anything for a start?
I've been watching. Are you mad? I've been watching. Right, I see you. What's that lady? You went to, was it Trafalgar Square?
Yeah.
And you were talking to a lady. I think she lost her son or something.
Yeah, Tracy Blackwell.
Right. So I
was
see that
talking
one.
Yellow Vest.
right?
Yeah.
And then I see a next one. I don't know if it was the same one or another video.
Yeah.
Where like a racist, whatever.
Yeah, oh, the guy, yeah.
And they was trying to
that
say,
was the same day, yeah, that was the same day.
Not
yeah,
the same
yeah.
video though.
Not the same video, I
That's what I'm
separated
saying.
them.
Yeah,
I separated
good.
them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I see many of your videos, bro.
Thank you.
And
Well,
I see you right down here.
what do you think?
That's what I want to get into. So,
Yeah.
Are you gonna,
I think I might be under pressure.
No. Okay. Why do you? Because something you said last week,
Yeah.
and you said like if we're in their country.
Yeah.
Now, my position is
Yeah.
the Afro-Caribbeans,
Yeah.
specifically, have put in so much effort, along with British white people, to eradicate racism. Right? We've come a long way. And then the Sunni pagans, the imposters, so-called
Who's the pagans?
Muslims, Sunnis.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So-called Sunni Muslims.
Yeah.
Right? Have come and they're trying to reverse it back to the 60s. Because I believe there was a lot of
I
white
do
people-
believe that we're going backwards in racism's getting a lot worse
But that's
nowadays.
let's examine why. Bro. Look at this, right? You've had black.
You said a lot, you know. I wanted to say so much, yeah,
go ahead.
in between, yeah. But
No, cut me.
I agree with you in the fact of I believe black people have helped
I'm
for
saying
a long
Afro-Caribbean.
time. Afro-Caribbean,
I want to be specific. The
not
reason
African.
Is, no, I'm not saying they didn't help, but they weren't enough here for us
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say.
all right, Afro-Caribbean, yeah.
Because I'm saying the riots that happened with black people.
Yeah, in the
There
80s.
were white people helping too.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Throughout my life growing up here, I've seen more white people bang out white racists than I have black.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
I agree.
I've
Come a
never
bit closer
seen.
so I can get you
I've
in.
never seen a Sunni idiot beat up another Sunni for being racist or
I'd
being
agree.
a terrorist. You
I'd
understand?
agree.
Or wanted to blow up kids, rape kids, whatever. Which Sunni has done that? Do you
Right.
understand?
I'm going to ask you a question, yeah? Do you believe that more needs to be done in the Muslim community to like oust their own, the people that are doing wrong in their community?
Right. So let me lay the foundation here.
Yeah,
I'm a Muslim, so-called Shia. Right?
You're a
So-called
Shia
12
Muslim?
So-called 12 Shia.
Yeah.
As a researcher, a convert, I used to be Sunni.
yeah,
As a researcher, I'm not really religious in that sense. I approach everything scientifically, history, etc.
Yeah.
Right? So I break things down with psychology.
yeah,
Sunnis are of varying different groups with the same objective,
Yeah.
and that is imperialism and conquest. No matter how much jibber jabber of peace and love they come with, they don't follow the Prophet Muhammad nor the Quran. They follow the people they call the companions of the Prophet.
Is that Abu Bakr and all of those kind of men
I
there?
can't even, bro. Let me give. They say Abu Bakr is the best after the
Come
Prophet.
closer.
Sorry.
I know for this one you're going to be here, but
Right,
right
brother.
here we're going to have to be right here
All right,
close,
sorry,
yeah?
Okay, let me focus on your camera instead.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we look at Abu Bakr,
Yeah.
who's supposed to be the best after the Prophet.
Yeah,
After the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, passed away, Abu Bakr spent 9 months fighting and killing other Muslims
okay.
to keep power. His first thing was not only to steal the leadership, which I know many people might not care about, but the thing to care about is that he used the excuse of them not paying him the charity money. Like, I can give charity to other people, I don't need to give it to you,
Yeah.
even though you're illegitimate leader.
Yeah.
But the point is, if you see a man who's killing people for their money as righteous,
Yeah.
even though he's illegitimate as a leader, then what does that say about what you take as your standards?
Your moral compass.
You can now do that, because he's the best.
Yeah.
If somebody comes here, Hitler's the best man in the world, what are you going to think about this guy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Unless
yeah.
he's ignorant of Hitler. You get me? If he knows the full story of Hitler, you get me?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about people where they hear Abu Bakr preached and he done this, and they carve it up, they cover it with garbage like, oh, they left Islam and so on. But then they want to tell you all the companions are righteous. So
Yeah.
did they leave Islam or they were righteous? Which one?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
They're full of contradictions, the holes, whatever. But for instance, Shamsi, as you mentioned
He's
about
over there somewhere.
that clown. He's run to debate. He's run so many times to debate. The idiot. But anyway, he goes around exposing who? The so-called terrorist supporters.
Yeah. Isn't he Shia Muslim as well?
No, he's a Salafi, a Wahhabi.
Okay.
The Wahhabi terrorists.
Is that the most extreme?
Sunnis?
Okay.
I'll be honest. The only real Sunnis are Wahhabi Salafis.
Okay.
I was one. You understand? So I know.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Although he's going exposing them, when he was talking to another guy, he was talking to a Shia brother. This is what he said. Who spread Islam?
Raj! I'm coming to talk to Raj in a second.
He said, who spread
Definitely,
Islam?
in a minute.
Who spread Islam to Andalusia? Who spread Islam here? Who spread Islam there? How did they spread Islam? Through internet in the 7th century?
No, I heard it was through the word and through the sword. That's what I heard.
What, in Andalus?
Tell me, you got to educate me, bro. I'm a layman.
Brother. Muawiyah, the usurper. There's so much to tell you. But anyway, they were just people that would invade and steal.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the people that they done it to were righteous or not.
Yeah.
But the way in which you would go and, let's say, invade a country that is unrighteous or oppressive is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And the reason why. Muawiyah was a wicked devil who the Sunnis praise. They praise all of these people. See, if I'm going around to the terrorists saying you're this, you're that, here.
Yeah.
But then I'm praising a terrorist who's worse in history, then there's a conflict of interest, a double standard right
100%.
here. But he's revealing what is really inside of them.
Yeah.
One of the things you'll commonly hear them say, don't say this or don't do that, it will make Islam look bad.
Yeah.
Or make Sunniism look bad. Which means, translation, I have nothing wrong with, I don't care, anything you're doing, I don't have nothing wrong, feel there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Just don't do it or say it in the public for them to look at us as
Like
bad.
you have to hide the sins and you have to cover up for each other.
That's not what that is. That relates to. If I see, let's say I see you smoking, right, and you're a Muslim, you're not supposed to be smoking, or see ham sandwich or something. I'm not supposed to go and tell the masjid this brother's eating ham. I'll come to you and I say, bruv, do you need any help with the smoking thing? Can I help you in regards to a course or buy you patches? Do you get? That's what that means.
Yeah.
That don't mean the man done he's gonna blow somebody up and hide his sins, or he's gonna do some big thing. Do you get what I'm saying? That's little things.
Do you believe that if somebody was figuring like to do some kind of attack in this country, would you think that his friends and the people around him with the religion and that would
Shamsi?
no, not Shamsi at all. I'm just saying, would like
a specific guy?
No, not a specific guy. Just imagine, I'm just talking about the religion, being a Muslim, Islam,
Sunni.
Where you conceal your, where you conceal your sins.
Yeah.
And you would go to a brother and you would say to him, "Oh, brother, don't do this. Brother, don't do that." I think people in this country are worried that the people around that person will hide that person's sins as well. So even with like paedophilia, with all the things that the country they're screaming about, saying, you lot are paedophiles, you lot are this, you lot are that, because of this, that, you're hiding a guy, you're doing this.
Making excuses, etc.
Yeah, do you feel like that the brothers around the person who's doing something wrong need to come out more and like drag this person out so they're not tarred with the same brush?
I mean, I doubt the people that are going to do it are going to be around those type of people that are going to do that.
Yeah.
He's not going to let them know.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, let's say generally people that find out, let's say in England, let's say a group of whites, they find out the guy at work that they thought was their best friend is a paedophile. He's not going to let them know, is he?
No, he's not going to let them know. He's not going to let them know.
So maybe, unless they've tested the waters to see what's his mentality on this, they're not going to tell him.
Shall I tell you what I saw though? I watched, because you've seen I've done a couple of things on Tommy Robinson and that. I saw Tom, when the thing that he actually went to prison for, he filmed the paedophiles going into court, and the family of the paedophiles, I understand that they're the family of the paedophiles or whatever, rare, so it's their choice whether they want to support him or not support him. But they turned around to the camera and were saying things like, the women are loose and this is the women, but these people were underage. Do you understand what I'm saying? And in Western philosophy and Western culture, the woman's not loose, it's like it's a child.
Once it's, I mean, the whole thing is simply this. The education of the law in relation to culture.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's quite contradictory, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? So let me deal with what you asked me first.
Yeah.
It's wrong because it's against the law. However, promoting the idea that those ages can wear certain clothes, now I'm not saying that justifies anyone doing it, but I'm saying it sexualizes them. That's why when I think Primark brought out some bras or something, padded bras for 9-year-olds or whatever, there were a lot of people protesting.
Yeah.
Because they're saying you're sexualizing. So I'm saying if you're going to sexualize someone 13, 14, and 15, it's a bloody difference. And obviously at young ages now they're having sex at school, right? More probably than we were back at school, right? At younger ages.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that it's problematic when it comes to seeing a snippet clip
Yeah.
of what they're saying, unless I know that specific individual's case. So the guy, let's say that they were defending, is his case the same as all of them? Is his case the worst? Or is his, because you said underage,
Yeah.
were those guys, do we know those guys specifically?
The underage, I went to prison for paedophilia.
Specifically those guys?
Yeah.
Well,
This is a problem.
I think that's a major problem then.
Yeah.
When you have the family members,
Defending
you know what?
them.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the
Simple,
day,
innit?
I think if it's as you say,
Yeah.
because
That's how I understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Let me give you a scenario. If it's as simple as this, the guy was sleeping with, prostituting
Underage.
or whatever, someone who's 13, right? That's it. There's no
Yeah.
more discussion about it. That's the facts
Yeah.
on the table. Obviously, that's something where the family should be, well, we feel sorry for that girl. Is there anything we can do to help that girl in the family? That's how it should be.
Yeah.
I don't see the thing about screaming at the cameras who want to say, this man's a this man's a that.
And this
You
is
get what I'm saying?
yeah, this is the this is the kind of problem in the fact of when I've watched quite a few things on Tommy Robinson. I interviewed Danny Tomo as well. I don't know if you've heard of him. I had a
full pass. I saw
yeah.
it.
I had a good chat with him, and I asked him a question. I said to him, "Is the paedophilia what English people are complaining about, saying that's happening to their children? Is it cultural, or is it from the religion?"
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he said something that was really profound to me. He said it was from the religion. Do you understand what I'm saying? For me personally, I would think it was much more of a cultural problem than a religious problem.
It's
How do you see it?
It's definitely an intertwining of both.
Yeah.
See, for me, being a Sunni, I understand how it works. So if it's majority, for instance, Pakistani Sunni community,
Yeah.
right? When we were growing up in school, the Pakistani boys would say, I'm probably going to get shipped off home at 15 to have a marriage.
Yeah.
And my sister at 15 to have a marriage, and then we may live together later. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So even in their minds, it's 16 or over.
Yeah.
Do you understand? When I converted the Salafist movement, which is more literalist, we're promoting the idea that Aisha's 9. So now that's something that's accepted
Yeah.
by the Sunnis, so you've got an intertwining of it. Do you see
So
what I'm
does
saying?
that make that halal?
Does it make what?
Halal to marry a girl of 9 years old?
Bro, I'm a Muslim. We don't believe Aisha was 9. That's a fabricated
Tell me,
story.
tell me what you believe.
Okay.
That's what I want to
Okay.
know.
The
Because
story of
it's
Aisha-
just like a to me, a layman, it's like a story that's got so many things.
All right, the story's
How
garbage.
old was
Aisha was about 18, 19.
18, 19.
The reason why they lessened her age,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't know this.
When she was married, she was 18, 19 years
Yeah.
old. Is this what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. So this is how it went.
Yeah.
There was that split, Sunni Shia,
Yeah.
so to speak, right? Now the Shia are saying Ali's the rightful one, and they're giving a list of reasons.
Yeah.
One of those reasons is that he converted at the age of 10 to Islam.
Yeah.
So because Aisha married him at a later age, they then lessened her age to say, well, she moved in his house at the age of 9, and then we can quote so many hadith from Aisha.
Yeah.
Because she fought against Ali in a war.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why they made up her age to be young. It wasn't even like a thought of them, well, let's make the age of girls become lower. That's not what they were saying. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their whole-
I'm just showing you. I'm sure you can look at the comments
What
as
they
well.
saying? What
They're
they
saying
saying?
absolute gumph. Hadith says 9.
Yeah. So this is Bukhari, Sahih Bukhari, a Sunni book, which is for the most part garbage. But that's what I'm saying. They're two
So
different
you're
religions.
saying, do Sunnis believe
And not
that
all of
Aisha
them.
was 9?
Not all of them. That's what I'm saying. Sunnis, bro. The amount of Sunnis in the last 2 years that have come out and rejected that hadith,
Yeah.
it now causes a domino effect. When you start disbelieving in one authentic hadith from Bukhari, what does it say about the bloody rest of them?
Yeah.
How do you then authenticate hadith now?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
before it was the scholars.
Yeah.
We've now got internet.
Yeah.
So it's called, bruv, one of the things about these Sunni pagans is they always try to keep their riffs in-house.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not happening. This one's making a video about him. He's making a video about him. There is a big rift going on because of issues like this. Because people are saying, hold on, that's the hadith, but that doesn't fit with history. History tested, when you look at history, she was about 18, 19.
Okay.
And the reason why They put it because they wanted to be pure and holy.
European kings married young girls at the same time or something.
No, I'm
etc.
sure.
Yeah.
Bruv, I can't argue for the age of Arabia at that time.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking on the facts of these damn hadith, which even Sunnis, bruv, just go on YouTube and look at the Sunnis that give talks on it.
Yeah.
I think even Zakir Naik done it.
Yeah.
There's so many Sunnis giving talks saying that she was 18, 19.
All right, let's move on from that because we've kind of gone over that a bit.
So
Do
therefore
you
Sunnis
think-
have no basis.
Okay,
for their
yeah.
thing.
We're going to go on to the Sunni thing because there's a lot of Sunni Muslims in around here.
Alright.
The Caliphate.
Yeah.
Is that a Sunni Muslim thing? Is it a Shia Muslim thing? Is it a Muslim thing? Or is it a whole?
The
Explain it to me.
Caliphate
Yeah. Caliphate.
It
or
literally
something.
means successor to the Prophet or whatever it is. That
There's some laws or something.
you're talking about Sharia law. That's Sharia law.
But they got a caliphate and it's got a list of things that you got to abide by. It's called a caliphate.
No, the Caliphate you're talking about is like the rulership.
Yeah.
Meaning the establishment of the rulership of Islam.
Yeah.
That is the Sunni view.
Yeah.
For us, the Khalifa, and from the Quran, the Khalifa is a successor to the Prophet, whether you're in rulership or not.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a spiritual guide. Yes, you deal with the politics of the community, but you don't impose it on other people. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Unless, of course, that community is that savage, as some of them were. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Caliphate from the Sunni view is totally different to us.
Okay.
In the Sunni view, it's just weird.
What do you like? I see so many Muslims in here week on week. What is the end goal? Would you believe that? And why do people come and put so much time into coming into Speaker's Corner?
I would say some a day out to socialise, but the ones you're talking about, the preachers, right?
Yeah, the people that
dawah
come
man.
in here and
The dawah
week in
man.
week out. Yeah.
Right, so the dawah man convert people. They're probably
Yeah.
no different than Christians.
You see, when you convert people, and you're have you ever tried to? Do you convert people or not really?
I don't deal with conversion. I deal with if someone wants to ask me questions or give advice, because you can research yourself now.
Yeah.
The reason back in the day you had to stand there preaching, is because what? You didn't have internet. You
Yeah,
didn't have
yeah,
YouTube. If somebody wants to know about it,
They can watch it 100 times as well.
There's sometimes, to be honest, there's a lot of stuff that isn't available. So
Yeah.
therefore, a guy just took me for a walk to ask me Olympic questions, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in general, I'm not really down with. I don't know. I focus on a human being.
Yeah.
I want us to be good human beings.
Yeah. Me too.
The character.
Yeah.
The Sunni is about joining the masses to make a big army.
Yeah.
It's about imperialism. The bottom line of Sunnism is conquest.
Yeah,
When you
okay.
sum total all of its different things, the bottom line is, well, conquest is first.
Yeah.
Now we've been conquered, how do we get back on top? That's the Sunni thing.
Okay.
You understand? If you look at really, you sum up everything, you go for it. So what you're basically saying is, with us, it's about trying to be righteous. I'm not saying I'm righteous, right? But I'm just saying.
Doing our best.
Yeah, you get me. I'm just saying that's the focus.
Yeah.
So if I'm talking to somebody and they say, well, God, why does he do this? I don't believe in God. I've met people that tell me they hate God, they hate Allah, etc. I'm not cussing them out because I empathize and I can see, well, you know what? Number one, you probably haven't heard the truth. The concept of God you've probably got is rubbish. But number two, you're a human being. Do you get what I'm saying? So this may be a phase you're going through. It might be for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But as long as you're good to other human beings, that's between you and God. Do you get me? My
yeah.
whole point is, as a member of society and a part of a community, whatever, how are you as a person?
Yeah.
And that's what Islam is about. That's
Okay.
what I say in regards to, I say I'm English
Yeah.
as well as British. You seem to just say
Yeah.
you're British, right? But for me,
I'm on that personal journey.
no, watch this.
Did you hear that,
You
people? He
went-
said he's English.
As well, did you go to school here?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about your school, but in nursery, did they teach you to say please and thank you?
Of course.
Did they teach you to hold the door for other people?
Yeah, we got.
So just already in England, they're trying to evolve the moral fabric of human beings.
I agree.
So this is what I'm saying. They're far ahead than what they're saying Islam is today.
Okay, yeah.
In a lot of other things, they're wrong. They're invading countries. They're doing. There's all kind of madness
I
going
don't
on.
agree with all the foreign policy. Totally
Even
agree.
stuff that's in here. For instance, the transgender of operations of children.
Yeah.
Who are now growing up and saying, I want to reverse it, but they can't. Because their bits are gone, etc.
They're educating kids in the primary school and stuff
all
like
it-
that.
what I'm saying is, just because a lot of, let's say, the so-called right-wing whatever, or followers of Tommy Robertson, a lot of them have come out and said things like, well, if you don't like it, why are you here? Well, do you like everything the government says? No, so why are you here? Do you get what I'm saying? I can still love the country and disagree with the government just like you can. What, because I'm black I should go? What kind of bollocks is that? Stuff like
I totally, yeah,
do you see what I'm
totally
saying?
agree, totally
so
agree.
I'm saying the moral fabric is what I'm focusing on and the ethos of the culture. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I want to nurture that, but again, as I said at the beginning, because you're Afro-Caribbean, correct?
Yeah, I'm a mixture. I've got everything in me.
Okay.
Caribbean, my dad's half African and half English, white.
Okay.
And my mum's Trinidadian.
Oh, you're Trini. All right.
Yeah, I was born here.
Okay, big up.
Yeah.
So my point is, if you look at especially reggae music,
Yeah. Love reggae
and
music.
how that influenced society, how it helped to evolve or devolve the racism out of people, how we mixed. I'm saying one group of people, the Sunnis, that's it, with their attitude, coming here, talking about hanging the flag down the street. You know how some of them will walk on the street and make you walk on the bloody, or they walk on the curb and they want you, with their 10, 20 kids, I want you to walk on the road. Now I'm just talking facts. Because when I check Luton, fam, when I check Luton, bruv, like, this is why I was, at the beginning I was sympathizing with Tommy Robertson. I was like, boy, I see how they are. When I was a Sunni, I see how they are. They talk about this, the kuffar, and la, and they're saying, well, they're an underclass, they're an inferior. I'm like, okay, why?
Yeah.
You get me? Well, they don't believe in Allah, they don't this, they don't that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, well, look at your behavior, fam.
Yeah.
Let's look at that first.
It's meant to make you a nicer person. Religion's meant to make you a nicer person.
Bruv, this thing, I've seen nice people convert to Sunniism and become a raving maniac.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Wicked devils.
I've seen people take their shahada and change into a worse person than what they was. And I've seen it's with all religions as well. It's the interpretation and how you take it, innit?
It's that, but I'm saying because there's quite a lot of them, and because, to be honest, it's too like the Quran focuses on logic.
Yeah.
Right? I know a lot of people would disagree, but
a lot of people disagree with that one.
A lot of people would, but I'll be honest, in a discussion with me, they would have issues. But when you're discussing with Sunnis, when you come at the Quran, it's very easy for a Sunni to refute a non-Muslim when they come at that angle. You have to come at them with the Hadith and their Sahaba, Abu Bakr and so on, because that's who they really follow.
Yeah.
They say they take the understanding of Islam from the companions, the generation after them and the generation after them. So that would mean that who are they really following?
They're following
if you said something to Leon and he said it to him and he said it to him and I'm only taking it from him, then I'm following him.
It's third hand down, isn't it? Like, it's generated.
So that's what they're doing, but it's not even that. They're taking the scholar's opinion of those generations.
Yeah.
We're saying, no, you're taught to how to look at it and use your logic, reason, and rationality. You go at it yourself.
Yeah.
You're informed so that you stand firmly on what you know. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that's how it's supposed to be. But obviously, if you're an ignorant zombie just following, he said, doesn't that sound like the ideology of conquest? I want zombies. I don't want educated, learned people.
Critical thinkers.
Exactly. So the Sunnis, it's very clear, bloody zombies. Look at these converts, they convert. Do you know how many people went from Trinidad to flipping join ISIS?
I can imagine. Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Part of you from Trinidad.
Yes.
Blood, why is an Afro-Caribbean going to flipping fight for ISIS, fam? That sounds like brainwashing. That's a damn cult, fam. And that's only because of the nature of the Sunni cult. Obviously not all of them, but my point is...
You think it's the ideology, not the individual person, but the ideology of the Sunni
it's both.
Muslim?
I'm saying it can just be at the wrong time of the stage of their life that they get this information, then they're gone. Because people don't understand the ISIS event isn't just have a Khalifa. The concept from the Sunni view is that the Imam al-Mahdi will come. Who's not a Messiah, but like one, in a sense. Before he comes, there will be a Khalifa. Then he will come, then the Messiah Isa will come. That's the context. So that's why you can get people to go and do that. Because it's related to some apocalyptic event. Do you understand?
How do the Sunni Muslims, do they see you as a brother or do they see you as a kafir?
Some do, but the majority would see me as a kafir, just like I see them as dirty, stinking kafirs. Same way, bro.
Another thing I wanted to touch on, slaves in Libya. You being a Muslim...
I'm a Muslim, they're Sunni pagans, That's
okay, so you would just you wouldn't see them as your Muslim brother? I'm just asking for the camera, he gave me the look.
Have you not heard what I call these devils?
Well, I can hear what you're calling them now.
They stink. They're devils, and that's it, bro.
Do you think that they've come to this country to infiltrate?
I wouldn't say they've come to infiltrate. They've come for a more comfortable life.
Yeah.
Part of the problem is, I'm living in a country that's invaded their country, bombed them to pieces,
True.
and stealing their wealth. So then, obviously, you know, it's kind of a hard situation to be, don't come here, well, you'll not bomb my country, you love England, but you bomb my country. What do I say? I say, well, the government did it, I don't agree with it. It's kind of a hard thing to do with, you get me? It's like, well, this is what I find most of the Tommy Robinson supporters, they say they don't agree with the invasion of countries as well.
Yeah.
So it's a bit, but I'm saying, I wouldn't say there's a planned infiltration.
What do you disagree with what Tommy Robinson says?
Ooh.
Because I thought enough about it, and I've done enough research to get out of my chair and go and have a look for myself. So I'm really interested. You seem like you're level-headed. You seem like you critically think about things. So
you might not like my answer. So
what do you mean?
Okay, watch this.
I'm impartial, bro.
Okay,
Tell me, what's going on?
I believe in the beginning he was a totally genuine guy to the cause.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the cause of what?
To the cause of, from his perspective, what he calls Islam, which is Sunniism, is an enemy of the world, of humanity, and specifically of British culture, right? Or anything civilized, right? I would agree with him. Sunniism, right? Because that's mainly what he was talking about. So, and I don't promote Shiism as it's called. I said Islam of the Quran. That's why I say so-called Shia. Because me and the Shias have a lot in common in regards to beliefs. Right? So my point is, if he's experiencing this in Luton, you're walking down the street, man's did you know that in the Sunni Khalifa leadership, with the second Caliph Omar, stipulated that you make the kuffar walk in the street. You know that? You didn't know that, did you?
No.
In Sunni kuffar, so-called Islam, imposter Islam, you walk on the curb and you make the non-Muslim walk on the street.
Okay.
So this is where I've seen it, I've witnessed it, where that person doesn't know I'm a Muslim, even when I was a Sunni, and they're walking, and I just, you know what I've done? I've literally just stopped, held my phone, pretend I'm there, and make them walk round. You get me? Because I ain't got time for the conflict right now, I might be busy, but I'm walking in the road. You get me? You're not even moving like you're doing that, you just want to walk.
Making a statement.
Do you understand? So I'm saying there is that thing of, you know, like you've been colonized, you know, the kind of mentality of we've been colonized, so therefore Britain's the enemy, and that way you owe us, that type of that also comes with it. But that goes back to how they've treated, let's say, the white girls in that sense. It has a racial element to a degree, but then the same type of people would have done it to non-white girls anyway. It's their opportunists. Do you get my point? I'm saying whoever they can abuse and make whatever excuse, they would have done it. Makes no difference. Do you see my point?
So, just the fact that, like, those people that would have abused anyway. Literally. But the fact of it, like, if we was in France, maybe the French people would have been talking about our French girls are getting abused and So isn't that the same thing?
The reason I say that is because they're white. I.e., if neo-Nazis are going to do something, it's because of that. And that's it.
Is it because they're disbelievers?
That's what I'm saying. So, because the general culture is you're kuffar, white kuffar disbelievers. Because would they have done that to a white Muslim?
No, I don't think so, no.
You see what I'm saying? Even though, let's say a white Muslim was poor, she was living on the street, would they have done that to her? Do you see my point?
I don't think so, I don't know.
I'm just saying, I don't think, if she was a Sunni, I don't think they would have done it. So I can't say it's a full race thing, but it's the race in relation to the culture and religion. So it's a few elements together. But it does include racism.
Do you think English people have got a right to be worried about what's going on in Luton and other places?
You damn right. That's why I have some plans for this, but just in relation to teaching. Okay? The little snippet you're getting now is the little snippet. Because Sunniism isn't that hard to work out. It seems hard because the Arabic and the Quran and so on, but it's not that hard to realize what the actual dangers are. Do you get me? And they're always deflecting and going around in circles. I'll be honest, a lot of people don't know what arguments to bring to them. Because if you come at the Quran, they're going to refute you. But you have to go with their religion, what it really teaches, which is to be found in the fatwas of their scholars and their hadiths. Do you get what I'm saying? This is where you get, and that's where I guess I can come in, because I used to be a Sunni, because I've debated them for years. And it has to be, you know, anyway, I'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Because what it is, even though you can get Tommy's book and read it and so on, and you think you have an understanding, or go online. Or whatever,
I haven't read it yet, but I will.
He quotes a lot of the Quran.
Yeah.
He might quote Hadith, but it's not really dealing with directly how you got this teaching down to this behavior, and it doesn't work out exactly what's going on because it didn't explain the behavior of all of them. I.e., you've got, let's say the majority don't support Anjam charity,
Yeah.
but are they still a threat? You see my point?
This is what I saw something on television. Like, we know that it's not the majority that's the threat, it's the minority.
But is that true though?
I believe so, because when you go back in time and you look at it, like with the Nazis and stuff, it weren't the Nazis that were, it weren't the majority of Germans.
It's a minority.
Yeah, the majority of Germans weren't Nazis. Do you know what I mean?
So what my point is, the reason why they're still a threat is because at some point, like bloody iRobot, do you remember? They had the robots in your house, and that damn Vicky put on her thing, and bam, that bloody red thing came on, and all of a sudden the robot's got your best interests at heart, stay in your house.
Yeah.
Same with the damn Sunni pagan. Don't trust the Sunnis, bro. Same thing. Because what it is, once they've got that identity as a Sunni, they've got allegiance, like I said, to Abu Bakr, to Umar, these people who are
And you have to have allegiance to those people, otherwise
course.
you're not going to be...
You're not a Sunni, to them you're not a Muslim.
Yeah, okay.
They're more important than the Prophet. Although they speak with their mouth, the Prophet's the best, when you really get into it, they're more offended when you talk bad about Abu Bakr than the Prophet. People come and call the Prophet...
Was he the father-in-law or something?
Yeah, Aisha's dad.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. Aisha was the one that assisted the information to help Abu Bakr get the Caliph.
Okay,
You get me?
okay.
This is what the thing...
It sounds like it's getting into politics to me,
No,
boy. It sounds like it gets
it's
into
not
politics.
separate.
Yeah.
It's not separate, because I'm saying what you don't realize is the politics that you're talking about, it was politics in history which has an influence on the psyche of these people and their viewpoint of people like you and me. And that's what matters. Do you get me? If somebody wants to believe in whatever the hell they want to believe in and it doesn't affect me, they're not thinking about conquering my country and putting me under their law. Look at the black people in blooming Libya under Sunni law, bruv.
This is what's really
And
pissing
these
me off, to be honest with
stupid
you.
little dumb monk. Anyway, these black Sunnis, they do my nutting, bruv.
Yeah.
They talk about all kind of things. I'm saying, what about Libya, fam?
This is the first thing that I ask any Muslim. I'm like, especially a black Muslim, I'm like, what's going on in Libya and how does it make you feel?
Bunch of kafirs.
You know what I mean? How does it make you feel? Do you know what I mean? Because it's a real contradiction, innit? If you're...
Bruv, they'll talk about Palestine. They
Yeah.
talk about this. They talk about that. I'll be like, bruv, you do realise you're black, right?
Do you think do you think that enough's being done in the Muslim religion to highlight what's going on in Libya? Do you think they give a shit?
In Sunniism, you're the lower class slave, so you should appreciate us giving you. That's how it is. They would like you to be the cleaner of the mosque. They would like you to do whatever, be the servants.
Yeah.
That's how they see us.
Do you believe that they look at us as slaves?
They 100% all the time. As soon as you start talking about black history and stuff, you're racist. Hold on. But you're talking about your thing, and you want me to follow you
Your thing.
and support your agenda. So much so they want you to go and fight and give your life for their people. They're devils, fam. My whole point is the damn Sunni religion. When you see it in what it's really saying, it's imperialism. It's all about conquest. It's just like Nazism. It's just not as blatant. It really is. Bro.
Do you feel like it's a conquest of the minds?
First,
Where it used to be the sword, and
Well,
now
it's
it's the minds now.
well, it is the minds. It's political sneakiness, what they're dealing with, and it's just a matter of if you haven't got the military power, then how are they going to conquer except to use their little sneaky skill? Come in. That's what they do, bro.
Do you believe like it's a form of warfare?
Well, it's about conquest. So it is warfare.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Yeah. That's
But
what it is.
Sunniism,
Conquest is
this is my
warfare.
whole point. Sunniism, I emphasize, and I understand, because I don't try to make it a Sunni Shia thing.
Yeah.
Because, for instance, the Shia have been a people that, imagine being under ISIS for 1,400 years. Surviving ISIS. They mock us for doing taqiyya, right? Not me personally, because obviously I tell them what I think. But those people living in Sunni countries, they've had to do taqiyya to survive. Literally to survive.
Yeah.
But the Sunni does taqiyya in Speaker's Corner, England.
Yeah.
Because it's a sneaky little punk.
Yeah,
Do you get my point? So taqiyya is part of the thing, but to save your life. Because, when I heard about the young Shia brothers that come here, and they were kicking him in his back, and he's talking.
I heard a few things, yeah.
And I'm like, bruv,
I've seen a few things in Speaker's Corner that are really unacceptable.
Bruv,
you know what I mean? It's getting better though. It looks like it's getting a little bit better, but
the end of the day, my main thing is to make a clear distinction between Islam and the Sunni religion. When you don't make that distinction, they can more or less refute you most of the time.
And that's your mission.
That's
Okay.
one of the main things, yeah.
Okay, is there anything else that you wanted to ask me? Personally, because...
What's your view about Islam, Tommy Robinson, Britain or England?
You asked me, I could go on forever about all of them.
Let's start
Tommy
with-
Robinson. I'll
yeah.
start with Tommy Robinson because that's one of the first things that I done. I saw a lot. He had a big following.
Okay.
I heard on mainstream media he's racist.
Okay.
So those two things go together. Simple minds. There's a lot of people following somebody that the mainstream media are saying are racist.
Okay.
I've got 3 mixed race children
Okay.
that are growing up in this country, young children. And through my eyes, through my lens, I'm seeing that the country is getting more and more divided as
Right.
we're going along.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I look at this this protest, I'm getting worried. I'm like, raw, there's a lot of people following these people, and my best friend next to me is saying, all of those people are racist.
Okay.
So I'm like, raw, if all of, I need to go and have a look. So much so, I don't even care about politics.
That's a
I
good
don't
point,
give a
actually.
shit
Yeah,
about
yeah.
none of it, to be honest with you. But I looked at it and said, raw,
Is that some new
This-
Nazi?
is this
march
some
going
new
on?
wave of what's going on? Nobody ain't going to take a look, so I'm going to go and take a look and see what's going on.
Okay.
Lo and behold,
Brave still.
lo and behold, I've gone along and had a look to see what's going on and reported what I've seen. And a lot of people would say that I gave Ali Dawah 3 questions last week, and he was like, "You've got a far right agenda, or your line of questioning seems to be far right." Do you understand? Where for me, it was just like questions that a lot of people in this country are asking. Do you know what I mean? And I think if you approach it like normal dialogue is far right, that's where we're going to have problems. Do you understand? Because it means that a normal person who's not far right ain't going to be able to get his point across.
Okay, let me put something back to you.
Put something back to me.
How would somebody in today's multicultural society promote racism and be successful?
Only if they're not listening. If they say somebody who's racist, if they say things that can the normal person that's not racist, this is what I'm imagining Hitler possibly done. Say something that somebody who is not racist can listen to, and it goes along with their line of thinking. If you can ingratiate yourself,
Like Takia did.
if you can ingratiate yourself with normal people and their struggles and stuff, then that's half the battle all done already.
So this is my point. How would you be able to tell if they are racist or not if
That's
they're
only
doing
some-
Takia? I'm saying, in a society where you can't come out and say, do the Hitler
No,
salute and so on.
You would never know. It's something in their heart.
So my point is, if they're plotting some sort of undercover something, and you might be supporting that agenda. I'm not saying they are.
Yeah.
What my point is that I didn't even finish my thing on Tommy Robinson. So let me just finish that little bit.
Yeah.
I was saying, I believe he started out very sincere.
Yeah.
As a man, a genuine, just like you.
Yeah.
You got up and, but I think whoever it is with a load of money, have said, yeah, come and we'll help you out. You're getting all these problems from the police and whatever
Yeah.
else. Here's some dough, bruv, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Here's some support,
pays the bills.
protection, whatever it is. And I think they've said, right, now stop saying that, start saying this. Don't
Okay.
say that's what I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure,
Okay.
but
Why do you
just
believe that I'm stood right here? Do you believe it's for money? Do you believe it's for?
I haven't seen you. Oh no, I personally believe-
Have you seen some of my work? I don't ask for donations or anything
Okay.
of any.
No, you
sort.
personally. I just think you're a person who's trying to investigate information.
Literally.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
That's
and
what I'm trying to
promote
do.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Literally.
No, that's how I see you.
Yeah.
So I would say in relation to that thing, I believe there's a whole heap of genuine white people that are in a situation of, they're not racist, but black people, because we fought so long together against racism, so many Afro-Caribbeans are joining Sunni pagans and opposing British white culture. So So they're like, hold on, we were fighting racism. Now you're joining the people that are enslaving you in Libya. You bloody idiots.
I can understand that.
So they're kind of like, well, who the hell do we listen? Well, Tommy's saying, you know what? I agree with 50 to 80% of what Tommy's saying. Let's roll with you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I've asked so many people, if I was asking this Asian guy, okay, let's say Tommy's wrong. You disagree with the terrorist ideology. What are the British white public supposed to know, or what route do they go down? What are you offering? And he went all over the place except to answer that.
Yeah.
Do you get my point? Like, before, we would stand together and say, these lot are a bunch of so-and-so, whatever. Right? So whites and blacks, for Caribbean particularly, could stand together against them. Right? But if we're going to denounce Britain, denounce England as a culture, because there's a difference, and this is what I find with the Afrocentrics. They can't differentiate between the government and the
people.
general people in society.
Two different things.
The general people in society didn't have enough money to have slaves. You get me? Rich people, and that was a bloody few.
I agree.
So even when a little racist white guy wants to say, you were my slave, no, you're a poor little motherfucker.
Yeah.
You get me? So therefore, why are you trying to tarnish the whole? Fair enough, they will say, well, they're unconsciously racist. Because it's
Who's
an
unconsciously
institution.
racist?
They might say a lot of the masses are, in a sense, because they may not know the tale of what institutionalized racism looks like. Because it's so
systemic racism.
Because it had to be a major study. How many people working 9 to 5 got time to do a major study on racism? They get told, don't call us coloured. Don't call us black. What are they supposed to flipping do? Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't think they know what to do nowadays.
This is my point. And I'm saying that siding with the Sunni pagan enslaving devils is not the way to go.
Okay.
So my point is to put it on the Sunni coons, as I call them, the Sunni sellouts, the black Sunni sellouts.
Okay.
Whoever, as long as you're black and you're a Sunni, don't trust any Sunni. But if you're black, don't trust any black Sunni. Do you understand? Because he might be black power talking all that, and then see his little Sunni racist devil friend come along, and all of a sudden he's joining him and protecting him and lying for him and doing all that. You
I
understand
think
what I'm saying?
the funny thing as well, what I see with my eyes is like the Muslim religion seems like it's very welcoming to black people. Seems. I'm going to say seems like it's very
Sunni.
But I'm wondering, like, if I wanted to go and find a wife, or I wanted to go and accept it into your family, it seems like it's a lot different when you go up a generation.
So here's the thing. I'm not going to say that is because of race.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Pakistanis and Asians and whoever already have a monetary economic agenda in regards to marriage.
Yeah.
And family links. So it's not just because you're black, because I guarantee you...
If I had the dowry, it would be all right.
That could be the thing, right? But also, there are Pakistanis, Sunnis, who would say they would prefer their daughter to marry a black Sunni than to marry a Pakistani from the other village that they've hated for years. Do you get me? So it seems black, because there is a bit of racism there, but it's not the main reason.
It's not the main thing.
They're more, they're more economic in their thinking, you know what I mean? So it's not, even though they might have the racism behind it, that's not the main thing.
Yeah.
But what it is for sure, when a Sunni converts you, you're a soldier for him. You're an ally against whoever, the kuffar. You're not a brother. It's not about you becoming a spiritual or a better person in life. No. Sunniism is you join, so we can call on you if we want to fight another black person or another white person. Do you understand? Did you see the thing with Jedi?
I saw something. How long was it? A few months ago? Yeah, I think so.
You saw that when they were falling around the park?
Yeah.
Who were the two main two? Black Somalians.
Yeah.
And the only thing they got them on was what? That they were Sunnis like them. And guess what? The Somalis didn't know what was going on. A guy spoke to him and said, bruv, do you know what? He said, no, I just see the Muslims brothers.
So would you say, do you believe that Sunni Muslims are using black people as soldiers?
100%. They've been doing that for time. Frontliners, bruv. Frontline. They're devils. Simple as that. Any Sunnis, don't trust a damn Sunni in your life, goddammit. Ever. Damn it. And if you black, you down confused. Yeah, I'm telling you.
That's Raj there with no comment.
I agree, not all Sunnis are evil. The ones who are more ignorant of Sunniism and the ones who don't practice Sunniism are the best. The more Sunnified you get, the more stupid you get, the more ignorant you get.
Can I ask you a question about the Shias here? Big up. What it is, what I've realised is that for some reason, the Sunnis, 95% of the abuse about my turban is from Sunni Muslims. When people are saying, like certain people are saying, they come down, knock my turban off, I got a rag head, I got a cum on my turban, all from Sunni Muslims. I want to do a discussion in the future with the Shias, because the Shias respect the turban. In fact, when they try to attack the Shias, do you know what they do? They use Sikh turbans onto the Shias, like Raza and them lot. So I need to understand for a future debate, or this not debate, discussion.
Have we got a Sunni Muslim in the house?
Why is the Sunnis, why do the Sunnis, hold on one minute. Why do the Sunnis constantly disrespect the turban, but, no, it's not a flawed argument, because 95% of the abuse against turbans to the Shias and to me is from Sunni Muslims. So I want to understand this concept, because your prophet wore a turban.
Because they're idiots and they're devils. They're not follow the prophet.
Oh no.
Dumb as rats. Simple as that, blood.
Oh no, what should I say?
Idiot people, blood.
Have we got any Sunni Muslims in the house? Come
Willing
on.
to
Will you
talk.
want talk here, off so we can hear you? Yeah. He doesn't want to be on camera, but
Let me get
I
on this
respect
side,
him
bro.
for coming and having a chat.
It's a full argument because you have to show me my scripture where it teaches.
Can I stand here right next to you? So then, look, you're there.
Tell me, where my scripture it says to cuss people with turbans.
Well, all I can go by is my own experience.
Okay.
So if I've met
me as a
Alright,
Sunni
so,
Muslim.
alright, it might not be in your doctrine. So if I've met 100 Sunni Muslims,
By any chance,
and out of the people that have abused my turban has always been Sunni Muslims, maybe 7 of them, and I've met 100 Shias, none of them have done it, Hindus haven't done it, white people haven't done it, this person hasn't done it. The only thing that does it constantly, because today a man was supposed to come down. Let me say something to Amraj, that's against the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. You said you're going to come down and knock my turban off. Do you know how many times people, M-Sex says you're going to knock my turban off? I dare you, I'll die for it.
That's against the teachings of Prophet Muhammad.
But he's got people saying that.
What are you
to him,
arguing? What are you arguing? Are you disproving Islam?
saying that they're going to knock off his turban and that when they see him and stuff. I understand that it's against it, but people are still saying it to him. But when you say, yeah.
I'm trying to
Alright,
help.
wait, one second. We'll talk.
You're not doing it in the future. Stop crying. In the future, maybe next week or the week after, I'm going to get Raza down. Raza's going to wear a turban, the Shia turban. I'm going to wear my turban, which is more of an African style turban. I'm going to get a Sikh brother to wear the Sikh religious turban. Then we're going to shame you Sunni Muslims, because I'm going to show you that you guys, not all of you, but a lot of you,
Listen to what is
a lot of you, whenever you want to run me down, it's about my turban all the time.
This guy has no knowledge.
We're going to do this, we're going to do that.
You don't know your own.
You don't even respect
You
your
know
own
no
prophet.
scripture. You have no
respect your own prophet. Yeah, I'll let you
Alright, go on. I'm not going to get you on, go on.
You just go on a run, about nothing. No, listen. Maybe that's a wrong. Or whoever said that is wrong, But
no, it's when 100 people said it.
100 people. I find it hard to believe, but
For 2 years straight, I've had Uncle ISIS over there. I'm going to take your turban,
Let me just say that, talk about Islam.
There is a pattern of behaviour exclusive to dumb, Sunni, pagan rats. Simple as that.
I'm not saying
You're
that.
going to find a list of behaviour that's exclusive to the imposter Muslim, the so-called Sunni, the pagan. You can't trust them, bro.
wait, tell me one part of my religion that's pagan.
Your religion is not Islam.
Okay.
Your religion is Sunni pagan.
Go on, tell me.
Now, you worship
One God.
3 main gods.
One.
Abu Bakr.
Oh my
And Uthman.
Alright, no, seriously. Why do we not claim? Okay, can I say something? Can I reply? Why do we only claim that the prophets are Masum? You claim a man who's neither a prophet.
I'll deal with that. I can deal with that on another thing. I'm saying I would love to debate you on that. If you're willing to debate.
I'm not. It's a discussion, but
No, but I'm saying that will come into something else.
Yeah, go on.
My point is.
All I'm saying is I've never seen a Shia win a debate. But go on.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
This guy's here right now, he's here.
Watch this.
Because they can't come to the park because you lot are violent towards them.
Really? All right, what?
Yeah.
Well, let me say
They have
what.
to roll in 10, 20 man deep.
Wait. Listen to this, yeah?
Okay.
One thing.
Wait, but does my doctrine teach that?
Not you.
But does my doctrine teach that? It doesn't.
One thing that's clear is that Sunnis will always accuse us of siding with the kuffar against them. But the problem with the Sunni brain is not thinking straight. If you go to every house on the street and throw something at their window, and they all come out at you, that's not because they're uniting against you, it's because you've attacked all of them. So you're attacking us, you're attacking are attacking Hindus, and it's not always physical, but I'm talking about in their mentality, in their rude manners and so on, in all the things that they're doing. And obviously we're going to respond. And it just happens we're responding collectively. I don't have to side with him
So a lot of people are saying that Raza is siding with the Sikhs. Now, the problem with this argument is this. When he's on a panel, they call him a kuffar. But when he sides with me, they say, why are you siding with a kuffar? Either he's a kuffar or a Muslim.
Yeah.
You can't be a kuffar. So it's a kuffar siding with a kuffar. Then when you need him, he's then a Muslim. Now, all the attacks against the Shias in the back have been nasty. And one of the things is that the way they attack the Shias to go for the turban. Can we discuss the Sikh turban to attack the Shias?
Yeah.
I think this is going to go nowhere.
There is this one thing that I would say this straight. The biggest Islamophobes are Sunni Muslims.
All right, fair enough. Is what?
Any Sunni Muslims want to come on camera?
He's willing to talk.
He doesn't want to talk on camera.
Islamophobes are Sunni Muslims.
Oh, you want to talk? Are you Sunni Muslim?
In Islam, let me show you something. In Islam,
So this is a separate subject.
And also, one more question as well. Do you follow the likes of Yasser al-Habib?
I follow Quran.
is we are analysing. Obviously, certain people have got their personal preferences.
Let me get the mic better.
Yeah.
Go on.
Certain people they're obviously exercising like personal grievances against other groups of people. Now, first of all, if we're talking about Sunni Muslims, we have to know what type of Sunni Muslim. I'm not saying I agree with Sunni or I agree with Shia. What I am saying is that it is ultimately sectism, which first of all is haram. Yeah, any sectism in the thing. Now we know that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the last prophet, the last messenger, and the last one to be taken example for. I think that's a pretty plain message. Yeah. So to insinuate that Sunniism is, even though I'm not supporting Sunniism, to insinuate that Sunniism is behind certain things, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. But I would say that people in their political agendas, I am not a part to the idea because I've got Shia family and I know that mad things happen over there between Sunni and Shia. There's divide, but this is political divide. This is not to do with Islam. This is actually against the teachings of Islam.
Really?
So anything, we're not supposed to sectify and beef
No, we're
each
not
other. That's my right.
Sunniism is a different religion. You follow Abu Bakr Umar Uthman, yes?
I never said you. I never said that, bro. You jump into conclusions first things
That's
first.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyone who claims they're a Muslim.
I claim I'm Muslim.
Right.
I don't claim Shia or
How do
Sunni.
you see Abu Bakr Umar Uthman?
But I respect both. Huh?
How do you see Abu Bakr Umar Uthman? Are they righteous people or not?
They're old school great scholars. In the same way that in the Shia, in the same way that Ali, you should look into Ali. You should look into Ali Hazarat as well. You should look into all these people as a good Muslim. You should look into everything and educate yourself.
I'm asking you a simple question.
Evenly though. You should look
How do you know
evenly
I
amongst
haven't?
everyone. I didn't say you haven't, brother.
Then why are you telling me to
I'm
do
not here
it?
to argue. I'm here
I'm
to
asking
establish a
brother,
ground in which we're not pointing fingers at other groups of people.
Brother.
Because that's generalization, and there's good people.
No. Hold on. Stop.
There's good
If
policemen,
you
believe
find
it or not.
a predominant
The point-
behavior, hold on.
I agree with that.
Hold on,
I agree
hold
with
on.
that.
You know what
If
I'm
you
saying?
find predominant behavior amongst a group, do they deserve that stereotype or
I
not?
wouldn't say predominant though, Khair.
No, listen to the question. It's yes or no.
I wouldn't say predominant.
It's
In
yes-
what country? Which
Listen to
type
the
of Sunni?
question.
Like,
Answer the question.
London Sunnis,
Listen to the question
Afghanistan.
first.
I am.
I said if you find. I'm not saying yet Sunnis.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you find a predominant behavior amongst a specific group.
It's called a
Do they
stereotype.
or do they? Listen to the
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
Do
I
they
am.
or do they not deserve the stereotype?
Yes.
All right, black people.
Yeah.
For instance, black people
Yeah.
eat a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
Right? That's true. Afro-Caribbeans eat a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
What's the problem? I don't care. If I say my Pakistani brothers eat a lot of chapati, I don't think they're going to be east or you're racist.
No, of
they
course
do.
not. It's cultural.
Right. Thank you very much.
It's reality.
So if we find a certain behavioural characteristic amongst Sunnis that you don't find amongst others, is it something that I should ignore and say, don't stereotype?
No, but I think this is the puzzle that we have to solve, and I appreciate minds like yours. The reason I appreciate minds like yours is because for a Muslim,
Let me apologise
it's to
to
have
my-
a critical
my
mind.
behaviour.
No, it's definitely to have a critical mind. I wouldn't go so far to say, because don't worry, I'm fully aware of certain political stances that are held by peoples. These are misreadings. The same way that a lot of people in the past, it's like, yeah, we know that the Quran is the unchanged written word of God. We know that. But the question now is, how do we as humans responsibly approach finding an even way to spread between
Let me
everyone
respond.
without
respond to this.
sectifying?
I'll tell you how.
Just as Muslims,
I'll tell you
kids,
how.
children of Allah.
Now we've got the internet age.
Yeah.
We no longer have to sit there listening to fatwas and the opinions of these scholars
Okay.
blindly.
Yeah.
We can question all of them.
Yeah.
That should have been the case anyway.
Yeah.
Because we're supposed to question the Quran, before you become Muslim, correct? Of course. You're supposed to research and say, well, is this truth, is it not? Is the Prophet really a prophet, etc. How come when you join Islam or Sunniism, it stops and you just follow these scholars wherever the hell they lead you?
What you mean?
Right?
I know exactly
So what
what
my
you
point is to you,
something
hold on,
very
brother.
important about
What I'm
that.
saying to you is, in regards to Abu Bakr, Uthman, what most people don't know is these three people are the main problems with the so-called Islam around the world, i.e. Sunniism. Because Abu Bakr betrayed the Prophet according to Bukhari.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when you research this, because I was a Sunni and researched this, when you hold somebody who betrayed and backstabbed the Prophet as the best after the Prophet, and then this person killed other Sahaba for their money and their wealth, and this person stole from the Prophet's daughter, and this person fabricated Hadith against the Prophet. These are all in Bukhari, every single one of them. How the hell can you say this is the best? That means you've already, as a Sunni, got these 5 dirty, stinking characteristics. Now, you probably don't know them, but I'm saying these are the things.
I'm aware.
So you're aware of them and you're saying he's a great scholar?
No, I'm aware of the teaching, some of Bukhari and stuff.
What do you say about that scholar?
No, he's a Sahaba.
Oh, the Abu
first
Bakr.
Caliph. The first Usurper.
Aisha's dad.
To be honest, I'm very open into looking into
Let
it.
him answer first. Let him
No,
answer, then
it's right because he's actually probably got a bit more knowledge on this particular subject.
Can you come and talk? I'm not going to film you, but come round here and then, just come here so I can hear you. Yeah.
So what I'm going to say is, what you're doing is you're going to the Hadith and you're arguing, let's say, vague points or points that can be argued. What I'm saying is that the best argument, is we can both agree that the Quran is a complete word of God. Unlike some scholars, some Shia scholars who claim that it's changed. Wallahi, they do.
It's straight.
Wallahi,
you're
some.
talking to me. Don't tell me about. Do you see how already he's
Okay,
gone
but
everywhere
cool.
else?
Let me just say,
I'm talking
let me
about
carry
your
on.
personal
Let me carry on.
position
Let me
right
carry on.
now.
Sorry,
No.
bro.
So let's say, okay, would you say that?
It's not at you. It's not at you.
That's all right.
For example, the concept of imamate.
Yes.
Is that for you, Usuluddin?
Oh my God, bro! It's part of Islam, and it's part of the Quran.
To believe in the 12.
I know.
The 12.
Brother, listen carefully.
Yeah,
it's part of Islam.
But you can't.
So listen to what he just tried to do. He tried to hold on. He tried to push out Abu Bakr, Umar. These three. He jumped. Wait,
because they're not in the Quran. That's what I'm saying.
You're not listening, brother.
Right,
Wait to listen.
Carry on.
Imam Ali, is he in the Quran? Is Imam Ali in the Quran? You're asking about 12. Right. The people he's asking me about, the 12 caliphs, they're not named in the Quran either. Do you see what I'm saying to you? My point is, if you do not believe as a Sunni that Abu Bakr and Umar are 2 rightly guided caliphs after the Prophet, the first 2, then you're not a Muslim according to Sunnis. How is that not a major thing to debate?
Actually, no, that's not true. That's not necessarily true.
Oh my...
But what I'm saying is in the...
Stop. Well, you jumped again. The subject matter is Abu Bakr and Umar. That's the subject matter.
No, it's not.
We're
discussing.
This guy, man.
We're discussing whether Shiism.
No.
The perception of Islam from a Shia perspective.
No, that's not what we're discussing.
That's what I'm
Brother,
discussing.
you're not listening. I put something to him.
I'm gonna
because
ask
he
if you
said
come.
because he said something. So if you're gonna either join the discussion. See, there you go.
Somebody's more logical, right?
Guys,
We discuss something that is not 100% certain. Okay.
what's not 100% certain?
Hadith.
Hold on.
Hold on.
No, wait.
Okay,
Is Bukhari 100% authentic or not?
Yes. What I'm saying is...
Do you see what?
But the
He just
Quran-
said we could argue something that's not 100%.
You said it.
100%. Then he says it is 100%.
You said it.
Do you see? Did I tell you Sunnis are dumb? How can you say it's not? Hadiths are not 100%. Then is Bukhari 100%? Yes.
100%.
And I'm quoting Bukhari.
He's quoting Bukhari.
You've just witnessed the retardation of a Sunni right before your damn
He's
eyes.
quoting Bukhari. So, and if you're saying that
This
Bukhari is
guy,
proper, then
Bukhari?
yeah.
In the,
After the Caliphate.
do you know, oh, you don't know.
Sounds like he's got him on the ropes.
The poor brother doesn't know Bukhari. In the Sunni religion, watch this. I'm going to quote the hadith because he obviously don't know.
No, listen. Ignore that.
You're not going to know it. You just said it's authentic. It's
Does it make
100%.
more sense, yeah? Okay, look. So he's a Shia, I'm a Sunni, yeah?
No,
Yeah.
I'm Muslim, you're Sunni.
Okay, whatever. That's not true, but whatever. We both believe that the Quran is the infallible word of God.
Indeed, yes.
Yes, okay. The Hadith, we have arguments on. Yes or no? Oh my God.
What do you mean?
Say yes, but what are you doing? Just
Calm
say
down,
yes,
calm
man.
down, calm down.
This guy's crazy.
We differ. Let's say we differ, yeah.
We differ, yes, we do, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
On some, but the ones I'm quoting,
Whatever.
we agree upon.
But the Quran
That's
is
the
the word
point.
of God. Okay.
No, but if I agree on a hadith, you do.
You.
Then what's the difference?
Cameraman, yeah, I'm not, tell me if this is true or not, yeah?
How dumb can you
A book written by... Surely this has more power than words written by him. Yes or no? Okay. So if the word of God has more proof that we should follow the Ahlul Sunnah.
Watch this. Watch this.
I agree with that. Let
What's
me
my
ask a
response?
question. I
me just
agree with
quickly
that.
respond.
No, let me ask one question. I agree with everything you said then, yeah? But what he said, he quoted something from Bukhari, yeah? And you said that Bukhari is authentic.
100%.
So if you say that
it's the
Bukhari
same
is
thing.
authentic, you should be able to answer his question regardless of what the Quran has got to say.
But not just that. Let me point out something for you.
Yeah.
When I start going into the Quran, he's then going to say, well, our scholars' commentary on those Quranic verses is A, B, C, D. So it still goes back to where? The Hadith.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not going to debate him on the Quran, because he's going to go back to the scholar's opinion and the tafsir. Bruv, all right, let's debate Quran. You want to debate Quran?
But what I'm saying is, you have
See?
to take tafsir into it. You have to.
Do you see what I'm saying to you?
You have to. What do you
Is
mean?
tafsir Hadith or not? Is the tafsir the Hadith or not?
He's
Is
asking you basic questions
is it
there and you're
something-
looking a bit confused.
What do you mean? Tafsir is commentary. What are you talking about?
Yeah, from who?
From humans.
So it's not even from the Prophet. I want to use,
Hadith's meant to be stronger than that then.
bruv, listen to what I'm saying. It is Hadith.
Oh.
So there's some commentaries, some verses
Yeah.
in the Quran
Yeah.
where the Prophet specifically said something about it.
Yeah.
There are some verses where the companions have said, in relation to this verse, it came down because we did so and so. So they don't say the Prophet said, they just say it came down and this was the situation.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's still commentary on understanding the Quran.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, rather than going through the Quran to come back to Hadith, let's just go straight to the Hadith. Do you understand?
Totally understand.
That's what my point is. I'm quoting Hadith where Sahih Bukhari tells you that Abu Bakr went to the Prophet's daughter, said to him, I want my property. Fadak, a land that the Prophet gave to his daughter Fatima. Abu Bakr made up a hadith and said, we the prophets do not have any inheritors. What we leave goes to charity. Right? That hadith contradicts the Quran because Solomon was the inheritor of David, King David, and Yahya, or John the Baptist, was the inheritor of Zechariah. So the Quran confirms that when it says we the prophets, that's not just the prophet, that's a plural, that Abu Bakr is a liar and a fabricator of hadith. Do you
So you
understand?
saying that he's a thief?
He
Abu
stole the
Bakr
stuff from
is
the
a-
Prophet's daughter, fam.
Okay,
But
okay.
not just this. Do you know who she is?
Do you agree with that?
Wait, stop.
Okay.
I've got it in my bag, so that's dust. It's right in my bag right here.
Yeah.
But all right, watch this. Do you know who she is? The daughter of Prophet Fatima. Do you know
No.
the status she has in Islam? Check this. She's called the leading lady.
I'm gonna need you to come round a bit, you know, because I'm just twisting my hand
She's
more
the,
and more.
She's the leading lady of Jannah. Which means she's higher than Mary, the mother of Jesus, in Islam. And you're going to steal her property and lie on the Prophet. Abu Bakr,
Where's Ali Dawah?
man, he run it. All of them run.
Where
All
is
the
Ali
pagans.
Dawah?
I said I'll debate Ali Dawah, not even that, he's too stupid. I said I'll debate Mohammed Giraffe, Shamsi that donkey, who else? Adnan Rashid, the whole bunch of clowns all together as long as they don't speak all at once.
Yeah.
They run. Shamsi is run-see, brothers. Jericho, Chihuahua, always
I seen
running.
him just a minute ago,
He's
man.
a clown, bruv. All of them. You go and watch a little debate when me and Mohammed Hijab were debating on a subject
Yeah.
regarding Aisha, coincidentally.
I'm gonna go and look at it
And the
tonight.
man ducked out the video. They titled the video, Shia gets taught Arabic.
Are you listening?
You watch the video.
Don't let that. Yeah, I just want to say, don't let that. Don't let that interfere with your studies. The reason, like, don't let because amongst Sunnism, even though you believe it's married, I think it's important to remove yourself, remove any because you in your belief, obviously your understanding of it is that no, okay, forget it. Hey, look, everyone's got their own belief, bro. No, listen.
If your book says the same thing,
Yeah. Okay, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then
Listen, but according to how you believe, what I'm saying is don't let that interfere with you actually seeking truth amongst what you think is possibly
Because you're
destructive
so
and
far
stuff.
behind in the study and
Because
research.
there's important.
Because you're so far behind in the study and research. You're trying to talk to me like all my years of study and research is equal to your guesswork. That's not happening.
No.
My research is...
Bro. On the level, first
come
things
and
first.
debate me. Your
Listen.
scholars are
Okay, first things
ignorant
first. If you want to talk, if you want to start being like, if you want to start undermining people's
You've
abilities to
undermined me,
understand,
bro.
I didn't even
Yes,
undermine
you
you.
did.
You're
You
going
said,
against
I
Islam
should.
when you
Every
do
minute
that
you're telling
because
me,
what you're
I
doing
should
is you're
do this.
ridiculing another people.
You just said to me,
which is stuff
I
like that.
should study, I should this, I should that.
Yeah.
How the hell do you know I haven't done it? I've already said I've done it.
With caution because you came over here saying all Sunnis
Are you
this,
deaf?
and that's incorrect.
Who said
brother.
all Sunnis?
Brother, you came
I
over
didn't
here
say all
saying Sunni
Sunnis.
this, Sunni
Don't
that,
let-
Sunni
yeah.
that. You sound racist, bro.
Racist.
Do you want the truth? Yeah, you sound
Racist.
like you're stereotyping a
So Sunni's a race now.
and no, but you're associated.
What
Bro,
the-
stop skipping. You know
Is
what
it
I'm
some
saying,
joke?
Bro, don't skip it. Don't
You
jump
said
around, bro.
racist.
You're
If
getting
you
a
don't
straight
know
question.
the words
Why
to
you
use,
dissecting and
No,
attacking
Julie.
and allocating
if
strictly
you don't know
negative
the
towards
words,
them.
because you're devils.
Because I can tell you straight.
Because you're devils.
Who's devils? Who's you?
Sunnis.
First of all. Second of all, who's devils?
So you asked me
Who gave you
why.
the right to say that? This shaitan
Me.
Did Allah tell you to make the
He gave me the criteria
Stop
to
making
judge you.
words.
You're devils.
Hey,
You're
listen to
devils.
your mouth, bro. Listen
Yeah,
to your
you're
mouth.
devils. You're a hypocrite.
Listen to your mouth.
You see him now.
Listen to your
You
mouth.
see him now.
Bro.
I'm not a
What do
Sunni,
you mean see
but I
him now?
defend Sunni to the heart. Do you see what I'm saying to you?
Defend anyone. I
There you
defend
go.
Jews,
You
I
see what I'm
defend
saying?
Christians. I defend them.
what does devil
I
mean?
defend them against anyone trying to divide and conquer, bro. You're coming on this mountain. Why are you covering your face, bro? Are you scared? You're scared to really. Now forget that. Put it on the camera, bro. Because you know that you're coming to
His
insult
face is on the
people.
camera. His face
Stop
is on the
coming to
camera. I will
insult
say his
people.
face is on
Don't
the
come
camera.
to insult people, bro. Like you're coming to insult people. You're coming to dissect
Yeah,
people.
all right, forget
I know
it.
people
See, make
teach
it-
amazing stuff through Sunnism, bro.
You what?
I know amazing
Like what?
Sunnis.
Name one.
I know amazing pious, good Sunnis who don't come to parks and start saying these type of people.
So why are you here?
rubbish.
So why are you here?
Come on, bro.
Why are you here?
Bro, I'm a human like you, bro. Like
Why are
them.
you here?
Same as you, blood,
You-
bro. Blood, you're alive in the dunya, so test.
Bruv,
Stop thinking
your
you're
DNA is
better
not
than
human.
other people,
Ah,
bro.
stop it, bro.
You do though.
The guys
You
come
say
here
Sunnis this,
trying to tell me
Sunnis
I should study,
that.
I should do this.
Sunnis that. I'm softly saying to you, relax yourself.
No, I ain't relaxed.
Because the
nothing.
way you're
Shut up,
moving.
bro. I move how I want.
What do you mean,
Shut
shut
up,
up?
you
bro?
lot, you
Shut up,
lot,
wait,
you
wait,
lot.
on it. What do you mean? What do you
You
mean, bro?
lot, stop
What do you mean?
it.
What do you
Stop
mean,
it.
bro?
It's
Do you
not
wanna come
worth
round the
it.
corner? Do you wanna
It's
come
not
round-
worth it. It's not worth it, lads. Oh, you lot. I don't even want to film this, but I'm going
Do
to
you know
film
what?
it
Yeah,
anyway.
forget. I shouldn't even fight.
It's not worth it.
Don't talk about this thing.
Yeah, I
not
don't want
worth
to do that.
it.
But if you want to talk up like that, when I'm telling you to come over there, I'll box your face up.
Really?
Hey, look. See, look. It's not worth all of that, lads. Look. This is Speaker's Corner, you lot. And now you're all on camera as well, for a start. What you lot want to do? Do you not want to fight and both get arrested? It don't make no sense. Let's have a talk. It's just get.
No, talk. I'm just going to fight.
You're not gonna fight though. It's not worth fighting.
You're trying to tell the bread, stop saying Sunnis, because you're going to insult
have to
people.
listen to me. I'm telling you,
Sunni,
like,
bro.
listen.
Like, it's going to insult
The
people,
way
bro.
you reply,
Go on.
Yeah, you have to reply
No,
smart.
listen. When they say Shia is a kuffar, what does he say? When they say Shia is a kuffar, what does he say?
Shia, bro.
Ask
Bro,
you a
my
simple
family's
question. What does he
Shia. My family's
That's what he
Shia.
says.
My family's Shia, bro. Wallahi, my family are Shia, bro.
I want to listen. I asked him, what does he say?
I'm just saying, you gotta be careful when generalizing people and allocating like problems to them. It's simple, like that's basic. Like, I know it's speakers corner and we have to come with strong
First thing I
ideas.
came with
But I'm saying,
was,
you know,
listen, do you see how he missed it? I said, if you find predominant behavior amongst a group, this is what I said, yeah? If you find this behavior amongst a group, what should you say? And the guy accepted it, did he
how
not?
can we bridge this problem?
You can bring this problem through, stop trying to
Shias
insult
and
my
Sunnis.
intelligence when I've studied the thing.
Okay,
This is
so
how
how
you
do
do
we
it.
bridge
I'm going
the
to tell you.
problem now?
When I say
Between
something-
Sunnis and Shias.
This is how you do it.
Yeah, okay.
You one, have a firm intention for sincerity to truth and truth alone. Yes, that's the first step. Sincerity to truth. So regardless of what the outcome is, if it's against, even if it says there's no Allah, no Quran, doesn't make no difference. The truth is the number one thing you're supposed to be looking at. So if all your family says, we don't want to know you because you've left, you say, well, that's too bad. I'm here and it's my life and it's about truth. Just like you would for some gal or money or whatever else, you still diss your family. Do the same when it comes to religion. Search for the truth. My point is, the only way to do that, bruv, is when you quote something or I quote something, we bring our evidence and then we assess and analyze the evidence. That is it. There's no culture. I'm a convert. So at the beginning, my thing was I'm not following no one's culture. Anything you have to tell me, you could prove it. Otherwise, get out of here. That's the whole bottom line. If you can't prove it with evidence, I might as well just follow my parents' culture. Singing Jesus and happy days and stuff in church. What the hell have I come here for? To follow someone else's culture? All right, brother.
That's what I like to
Problem.
see.
That's
They've
how
shaken
can we
hands
bridge?
at the end. That's what I like to see.
How can we bridge? Because what I find is that like, for instance, okay, let me tell you some problems I've come across with these sort of things. Is you find it hard for younger Muslims to connect on this level because immediately they've got an enemy in their head. It's like, well, that, you know, either Shia or Sunnis against
Where
us.
does it come from?
Whereas how are we going to come together?
I
How are
was
we
a
going to
Sunni,
bridge
bro.
this?
Imagine
Yeah.
I'm a Sunni convert, yeah? Sorry, my auntie. Yes, auntie, hi, yeah. Sorry, I'm late in calling you. I was just discussing something with some brothers. Right? Hold on. Where are you now, please?
Come home now.
Yeah. You're in Piccadilly, okay. West End, okay. Have you finished yet, or are you still chilling?
You live.
You're waiting on me. I'm really sorry. Okay. I'm gonna go and get the vehicle and come for you. I'll phone you on the way. Yeah. All right. See you
Soon come, auntie.
Bye.
Soon come, auntie.
I hope she don't watch this video.
Live.
Also, what I want to think about as well is how do we get, because now what we've got now is actually a chance to build on Islam, and what I mean is integrate it into London, which is a completely new ground for people.
He's talking sense.
Yeah, but how do we bridge down to these and obliterate some of the older other countries' problems of conflict?
Look how I've engaged you in conversation. I've engaged him in conversation. I engage people that call me all kind of names. As long as you can call me names, but as long as there's at least 90% productiveness in the conversation, it's fine, right? When you go to these other people, right, who don't want any conversation, as soon as you get to a point of proving that what they believe is wrong, or you're going to quote hadith that they don't want the public to hear, they, as a group, shout you down, they walk away, and they do all kind of madness. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So that's how can you bridge the gap with that, huh?
Do you study? Do you do like...
Bruv, if I show you the amount of study and research over my years. Okay.
One thing, as a Muslim with me,
Yeah.
you can imagine how all the conflicts between, they actually hinder us as Muslims from studying in a more objective and personal manner.
Nah.
If you know what I mean.
Because listen, when you think about it, if you believe in Allah on the last day, you know you're going to stand there by yourself. So the ultimate point is, He created you as an individual.
I'm going to ask.
As an individual, and therefore your study is your responsibility, as are your conclusions and actions after your conclusions, right? So all I'm saying to you, brother, once you get that sincerity, I guarantee your thinking will change, okay? You're not supposed to be thinking, what will my family say or do if I leave their whatever cult or whatever else. Even if you have to pretend to them, because for me, coming from the West, the consequences weren't the same. There are some people, they leave their religion, all of a sudden, you know, there's all kind of consequences. You know what I mean? That's not for a lot of us brothers. So I can't tell somebody else what to do if you're going to leave it. Maybe you have to hold it down and pretend you're Sunni still or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying?
Because ultimately, Islam can turn the most violent person into the most harmless person. Islam could make a tight person into someone who's pretty violent.
And it can make a calm person into a terrorist. The devil, right?
I would say that's more human influence. That's shaitan and madness. Still,
Look what they were quoting. They were quoting their scholars.
But like with Islam, for instance, if you pray 5 times a day, you're immediately instilling a remembrance of God. So you're making that, and so that creates respect due to the orders of Allah. And then after that, obviously, so after the prayers, there's zakat. And obviously shahada, that's believing in one God, and so you dedicate a lot of you dedicate a lot of time to Islam for this, and you make a lot of changes that are actually positive to your body. Now this is actually universal because of the 5 pillars globally, anyone can do this, and I think that's a very big point of Islam is that regardless of color, wealth, anything, the only thing that is made the exception for is of course illness and a physical ability, and that is made, for instance, you can pray lying down and stuff. Now there's a true sense of oneness in Islam, and like there's a true sense of oneness, and we're told like not to divide between each other. I think this is very important in actually finding Islam as a truth and as a global harmony. Because if followed harmoniously without cultural intervention and hierarchy and used to create hierarchy, I think it could be peacefully shared amongst people.
Just off the bat, just want to ask you.
My life, bro, it's a study in itself.
No, but how much studying have you, have you read whole books? Have you written stuff?
I've read books. I haven't written so much, but I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say.
How much hours have you put in? Would you say?
Child marriage. Someone wants me to.
I pray a lot and I live a lot.
Someone wants me to ask. You already answered the question about how old Aisha was, and you answered the question about these people want to know about child marriage and stuff like that.
Answer machine. Sorry.
Is that to Sunni Muslims, Shia Muslims about the Aisha marrying? You said that she was 18.
Aisha was 18. Yes.
This guy said that Aisha was 18.
You sure that's a number?
I'm not 100% sure, but what? I've got 2 different numbers. I'll sort it out in a minute for you. Definitely 100%. 100%. You gotta go now. Send me a message on
partially common
Leon's
sense
number.
because there's two hadith that point
through
to
Leon, get my
one
number.
that says it's
Yeah,
9 and one that says 19.
Really nice talking to you.
That's,
Yo, what's
well,
your name?
this is according to hadith as well.
Isa, big up Isa. Isa's dusting out right now. So big up Isa. See, look, shook hands afterwards, and that's what it's all about.
What it
Speakers
is, I
Corner is
love
all about.
researchers. Even if they're Sunni, if they're atheists, I like the fact that people, even if you're an atheist, I'll be honest, I get on with a lot of atheists, right? Because they're thinking. You get what I'm saying? But the point is, don't let cultural tradition or all kind of other nonsense influence your decision making and your thinking, your belief. You get what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Get up with the critical thinking. Peace and love to people.
Blessings. Thank you very much for taking your time out.
I'll chat
He's got to pick up his auntie.
I'll chat about the Aisha situation. First of all, for me, because obviously I'm Western, I grew up here, so this is, you know, there are various questions that I've come to answer myself in the journey through Islam. So with Aisha, there's actually a couple of hadiths. One says she's 9, 119. Now for me, in approaching Islam, and I'm not trying to discredit Sunnis or Shias in saying this, but I'm very careful when approaching a hadith. Quran, like I said, 5 pillars, bro, as well, and Quran, very simple to follow. You know, very simple to apply to your life. You've got to be somewhat responsible when approaching a hadith, I believe so, because there's nowhere in the Quran it does say to follow the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his teachings. But I mean, life is a test, and I think that actually the study of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself is a test in itself. So when you find these two hadiths, it's like, what are you going to choose? You're going to say it's the 119, you're going to say 9. But what we can see is that amongst the hadith, there are contradictions. I'm not discrediting a hadith, because there's a lot of beauty and truth to be found in a hadith. But when juxtapositioned with two different possibilities, one being 19, one being 9,
you're going to go with the 19.
No, do you know what? I could be inclined to say that, and perhaps I do say that. But on a level for everyone, the reasonable solution would to be assumed that you can't know, because there are two different ahadiths. First of all, there are two different ahadiths. So for all you know, she was 24.
Okay.
And all of them are wrong.
Okay.
Now, because there's nowhere in the Quran that says that the hadith is the word of Allah.
Let me move it forward quickly.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, all right, cool. So there's two different hadiths. One says 9, one says 19. She could have been 24. I spoke to Danny Tomo. Have you heard of Danny Tomo?
Yeah.
Right, I spoke to Danny Tomo and done an interview with Danny Tomo, and I asked him a very prominent question where I said, do you believe it's Islam, or do you believe that it's culture, in the fact of the grooming gangs and things that are going on?
Oh, that is.
What's your opinion?
That's cultural. That's definitely cultural. I mean, first things first, you have to abide to the lords of the land. And that is by a hadith, and it's by Quran. You have to abide by Quran.
Are you a convert?
So
when you I would imagine when you converted to Islam, you obviously didn't suddenly start liking little girls.
No, of course not.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
it's ridiculous.
When I spoke to Danny Tomo, he said that it's the religion, because if you there's a way that Prophet Muhammad lived, and it's written down. Is that called the Sunnah?
Yes, Sunnah.
It's called the Sunnah. So
yes,
if Prophet Muhammad used to eat dates,
that's the belief of what was recorded about his life that we can take knowledge from.
If you follow Muhammad, then that's meant to be the purest way. That
if you follow Muhammad, but the question is, how do we do this now? Because we're 1400 years down the line, my bro.
Exactly.
We're living in the central London. So for me, what it does is to use my common sense. So I take attributes which are they make sense to me.
To you?
So
you critically look at all the things, like, because maybe I'm not saying, I don't know if Muhammad killed anyone or anything, but if he killed someone, if you wasn't thinking critically, you could be like, he killed someone, I can kill someone for that same reason or something like that. You don't think of it like that. You take the best out of it.
Allah sets the rules clearly. Whatever happens in that hadith and whatever's happened during the journey of Islam is not a representation, because what's used is sort of like, and a lot of Muslims as well, they seem to have this, they want to be as perfect as can be. And that's a good thing, that's a good thing to want to improve and to want to hold yourself up, but not to a fault. We all make mistakes, we're all humans. And things that happen on earth, not necessarily going to match the divinity of God, and I think that this can be matched anywhere. Up there's a completely different kingdom. I don't know, but I do know that it's different. I can't tell you what it is, I can't tell you how it is, and I can't act on that hierarchy, because I'm a human just like every single one of you. Some of whom don't believe in God, some who do. We're all respected, all the same, all will be judged the same, and all have the same chance of going to heaven or hell, and there's no one who can tell me different.
Do you believe after taking your Shahada, it's made you a nicer person?
Yes, Islam saved me. I'll be honest. For me, What happened with Islam saving me? I actually became interested in it because I saw it was so hated. Now, I've grown up around a lot of Muslims and I've seen good things happen amongst Muslims and bad. I'll go to say it. We're humans just like everyone else, and we contribute greatly to society, and we don't. I mean, I go so far to say everyone's Muslim, because in the Quran it says everyone's born Muslim, which would further push Ar-Rahman, would push the mercy of Allah in saying that we are truly all equal. So i.e. for me, a lot of brothers would take a stance that he's not a Muslim, he believes this. But in the Quran it doesn't necessarily, it says, and it has a way of verbally dissuading people from stuff. But there's poetry to the Quran. You know, it's like anything else. You don't have to take everything too literally. And to do so would be trying to understand God a little bit too much, I believe, which we're told already we cannot understand God. And if you can't understand God, you're going to wind yourself up trying to drive yourself or gain a God complex. Two very different, dangerous things. And that's regardless. That could be in corporate, that could be religious, that could be at home. A God complex, narcissism, not good. Equality, true equality is what we're searching for. How are we going to achieve it? Yeah, that's the question.
Okay, I like that last little bit of message there. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me? I do reviews on Tommy Robinson. What is your actual opinion on Tommy Robinson or
Tommy? What I want to say is I sympathise greatly with the British community. Me being one of them, born in Paddington, just like the bear.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm a Ladbroke Grove boy, Latimer Road, and I'm multicultural. I'm a bit of mix of everything. I'm gonna get a shave maybe.
They said they should
maybe
hold you down and shave your face.
What I was gonna say is for the British community, traveling outside Britain as well, to generalise the British community is a mistake, because there's such a variety of beautiful different communities. They've got an amazing history. They came up off a lot of problems. There was a lot of war here, and there was a lot of invasions. There was a lot of hard living, and obviously harder terrain, as you can tell. Like what you lot's weather's messed up. But what I wanted to say to the people is, don't necessarily look amongst yourselves if you're trying to find the root of the problem. Because I would go to say that although there are some amazing individuals amongst the government, something's gone a bit wrong. Because everything that's happened, in the same way that everything bad happens in the world and is facilitated, everything in this country, there's someone responsible for it, and that is your government. So when our children, they don't have social clubs to go to, when we're seeing them rather build pointless statues and stuff as opposed to coming and cleaning up the council houses and sort of, you know, creating more community based. I mean, they want you like this. They want you hungry. They want you capitalism. It's capitalism on steroids. What they want, I live next to Grenfell Tower. I've seen what they'll do to the people of their land. They want you to buy, stay depressed and beef amongst each other. With the aid of the TV, it's very easy. You got to think on the news. There's only 10 stories. How many things are happening in this country? Why are there only 10 stories? I'll tell you why there's only 10 stories. Because they pick what they want you to see. And that's based on divide and conquer, and it's based on diversion of your mind to not realize who's actually doing you over, who's making these decisions. Even if you do have a problem with immigrants, who let the immigrants in? This country's built by immigrants. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole discussion.
This is a whole nother discussion. We can leave that for next week.
Yeah, but what I would say is, on the ground is the people. How are we going to do charity together? Because Islam can even offer you something. And we're not asking you to be Muslim, like practice Islam as such, but how are we going to use the good values of both of our cultures and stuff to create a harmonious environment for our children. Because at the end of the day, it's only our children who are going to grow up and adopt the differences between us older lot. All the problems will be adopted by the children. You see? So we have to concentrate on them, regardless of what they believe, regardless of religion, regardless of rate, rich or poor. We have to, this is very important. You know, even with like Grenfell Tower, you know, I saw a load of people say they were immigrants, they were this, they were that. I grew up there. Everyone that I had multiple school friends, primary school. They were born in British. I'm proud for this country. I'm grateful to this country for the environment that it poses, but also observant and aware of the problems that some of even the British people may not have clocked onto in the ways that they sort of use their poor and overturn their poor. You know, and other countries all have the same problem of it's called oppression, and this is kind of what I believe religion is supposed to be against in a non-violent way. You see, the thing with religion, it makes you more pious, less greedy, less open to having desires, you know, worldly desires that can, you know, and more regard to any damage you cause. You know, in the Quran it says every animal, every plant prays. You know, i.e. take care with everything. You know, badness is gonna happen. I'm not
even gonna lie to you. What you're saying is really nice, and I'm looking at the comments. So the people just look like they don't even want to hear it anymore.
Yeah,
have a look.
No, of course, because people, what they do is they get scared when they think of stepping. Some people, anyway, not everyone. I've seen some nice people.
Yeah.
You got to be careful about labeling yourself. Be very careful. Don't label yourself. You're a human being. You're like everyone. And even remember that about all those working in government and this. I'm not saying we shouldn't take measures to make them aware that what they're doing is wrong and causing a lot of harm. You know, the world's paying the prices for our products and people are paying the lives for their wars, you know, to get money. Business war, you know, war of warlords all around the world doing it in the name of religion.
Don't you think that should be separated from the people, though? The people in this country and the
we
government
oppose
are
it
two different things.
Because we're looking for different things to oppose, but what we're not actually opposing, we're opposing each other when we're not actually looking at the bigger problem, the bigger solution. Where is the money? We're in a first world. Where is your money? Where's your money? And I'm not saying it in a materialistic. I'm not saying it in a materialistic fashion. I'm saying, where is your la'ag? Where's your dough? Where's your money? Look at the Queen. Look at your government. Look how nice all these people are. Look at the standard of living. You know, even House of Parliament. Look how where they go to dine. Now turn around and look how kids are getting treated in primary schools. Look at the funding. How many trips are these kids going on? Huh? What are these lot really putting on the TV? What are they thinking with? Like, how are they trying to treat your people? Like, wake up, clock around, you know, make some decisions and doing it harmoniously. And that's why I think it's important to incorporate some sort of, you know, that's where religion comes in for me, is to remember that there's a God. So no matter when inhumane things happen, inhumane judgments, oppression, pain in this land, hierarchy, it's okay, because after you will be welcomed into the hands of Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most merciful, the most beneficent, the most compassionate. Yeah, those three names, remember that, then remember the characteristics of the Lord of the worlds that you will be passed to. It's a lot better than a different title, like Judge of the Old Bailey or the judgment of another human being, you know, who has also made mistakes. Like Jesus said, he without sin cast the first stone. It's a very, I love that saying. That's from Old Testament. That's, is it New Testament actually? But it's a beautiful saying which goes to say, remove judgment from your heart.
You know that verse, that very verse. I'm pretty sure it comes from the story of the adultery woman.
Yeah, yes.
You know that story was added in. It wasn't in the original Bible.
Okay.
It was added in by the in the later scripture. So when you go to the early scripture, can you hear this?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, the earliest two Bibles ever found containing the Old Testament and the New Testament are called, listen to this here, the Codex Sinaiticus and the Codex Vaticanus.
I'll ask those questions. 1 minute. Go on, sorry.
And these two scripts, they're found in different places and they corroborate each other. And they both, they don't contain the story of the adultery woman.
But what I know,
there's a few other things they don't contain. And all it proves is that the Bible has been altered 100%.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the Bible hasn't been altered. I just think that all this religion is kind of splitting everybody apart.
This is the truth.
I understand Shia.
What perception am I coming from? A layman. I'm a layman from
But when you look at
no
Sufi
religion.
as a type of Muslim,
I don't claim any religion. I just like the truth.
You know, Allah is the most beneficial, most merciful. Alhamdulillah.
Is it?
People like Sufi,
I don't know. It depends on what I'm going.
We've seen
You have to believe it, innit? At the end of the day,
we've seen them.
what comes to my heart is that this world is
So in
amazing.
essence, even though people
That's what comes to this world, and is I would believe it to be for it to be an accident would be
whereas I think some Sufis,
it's impossible to be an accident. So I do think it's divine in some kind of way. Yeah.
Which are very important for a Muslim to learn, because because a lot of people they look and they think, oh, Shia or Sufi, it's not to do with me. Yes, it is. We're Muslim, and everyone in the world is born Muslim. So what I will tell someone, what I tell people who say claim they're not Muslim, I say yes you are. You don't know it, because Allah says in the Quran, you're born Muslim. Nowhere in the Quran does it say he cannot become Muslim by any way. So ultimately we're all Muslim. So even a Christian brother or someone else who says to me, I don't believe Prophet Muhammad is the true messenger, I say to him, that doesn't make you not Muslim.
Based on belief and what I believe is based on fact, science.
Yeah.
It's minds, all minds. They try to say that,
and you know, we also see how Allah deals with
religion,